been really hard to choose three favourite scenes from this film, not least because I saw it quite a while ago. But the first scene I'm going to choose is a small scene between Ava and her son, played by the brilliant actor Sean Thomas. And it's a scene that happens quite early on in the film, and early on in Ava and Ali's journey. They've just had a joyous, unexpectedly liberated time. And then they are interrupted brutally by Ava's son, who is incandescent and aghast that there is, a man, a strange man in their house.
You don't even know him.
So this scene with her son picks up minutes after that. And what I love about this scene is, first of all, Sean's performance. He's a young man, Yorkshireman, and the strength and the vulnerability that he shows in this performance is really remarkable. It takes real guts to be vulnerable on screen. And Clio has written a dialogue for this scene that is so sensitive and delicate, and acknowledges the greyness of this situation, just as she acknowledges the greyness, the unblack and whiteness of all sorts of situations in the whole film.
I miss him too, I really do. Take her. He'd have been a very proud granddad, wouldn't he? And you know what? He'd have made sure he'd chosen her a name by now, and all he did get.
It'd have been easy if she'd have been a he.
What about Paula?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I've never thought of that one before. I'll have to ask Karen. She says no to all my ideas.
The fact that she chose to find that moment, to find a vulnerability and an intimacy between mother and son, I think is typical of Clio and the subtlety which she uses throughout this film. The second scene I'm going to choose is a beautiful scene that happens between Ali and Ava when they decide to go away alone. And, the beautiful thing, about Bradford and so many of these wonderful northern cities is the countryside is so close and the countryside is so striking. And we filmed a scene high up in a vast, beautiful, heather-covered landscape. I love that Clio sort of juxtaposed that tiny moment where you can just hear their breath almost with the wildness of the sort of open space around them.
What? What? You feel how warm they are? Just focus on that. Nothing else.
And we just laughed, like, a lot. We laughed our heads off. I remember, the costume designer's brilliant. She's called Sofia O'Neill, and she found this fantastic coat for Ava, which is sort of silver PVC. It didn't help, it didn't help particularly with keeping me warm, but I didn't care about that. But what was funny was the wind, like unexpected. I was talking to Adele, just having a laugh, and the wind picked up the collar and slapped me. Like, this collar basically all day slapped me hard around the cheek in the most unexpected moments, stinging pain from my own coat. But it was very, very funny. And also just seeing the crew doing what crews always do brilliantly, in really adverse weather conditions, just getting on and doing it without complaining, always having, a laugh, and it just being a really beautiful day.
You really like him, don't you? Yeah, well... I feel such a fucking twat for thinking he might have fancied me.
The final scene I'm going to choose is a small scene of sort of seemingly not much narrative consequence, but I love it because it takes place between Ava and her friend and neighbour Dawn, who's brilliantly played by Natalie Gavin. What I like about it very much is that it shows a side of Ava, her friendship with Dawn, which, you know, her relationship with her friends is really important, and her local community. But it also shows the Ava that we don't see much in the film, which I think is quite an organic, sort of true representation of the inspiration for who Ava was. And we often see Ava being tender and warm and open. And in this instance, when she fears that it's all over and that Ali isn't going to be in touch with her, she says, I feel something like, I feel so stupid. I can't believe he fancied me. And I love that Clio is showing in that instance how transitory, how tenuous any of our grips on our own self-esteem and self-confidence are, because it's quite clear to anyone looking in, and I think it's clear to Ava in the journey up to that point between her and Ali, that, you know, there's something beautiful happening between them. So the fact that so quickly and so easily she can really believe that she's been stupid and got it completely wrong, and that she's not worthy of being found attractive or interesting, I think is a very true representation of how people often feel, sadly. So I just love that it's a glimpse of Ava, you know, the tough Ava, the defensive Ava, the Ava in pain, and that it shows it very, very honestly.
I'm gonna have to get drunk.
Oh, don't do that. You'll end up stood in your front garden picking fights again. Eh? You don't want any more of that rib? Being used to fix your nose, do you?